Hey, it's Sarah and welcome to today's video. We're going to talk about Mercury moving into Cancer and why this is important and how it will affect each and every sign. So Mercury is in Cancer from June the 26th through July the 11th of 2023. And you probably know a little bit about Mercury because we always talk about the Mercury retrogrades, right? And those are times when things kind of break down. We need to double check and triple check appointments, reservations, things like that. What does it mean when Mercury is direct, though? Well, things flow easier. And the lessons around Mercury are then flavored by the sign that it is in this case, Cancer. And this alignment with Mercury in Cancer invites us to shift our focus on how we seek and understand information, communicate, and relate to our emotions in general. So during this period, our thoughts, speech, and perception deepen, allowing us to connect on a more instinctive level. We also apply what we're learning to ourselves, and this could result in a major personal healing and really move us forward on our spiritual path, especially if we're struggling in relationships or struggling with our emotions or emotions related to our past family life, specifically with our mothers or a female caregiver. And remember, it won't just be you going through this. The people around you will also be experiencing this energy and their own unique lessons. So let's be mindful of that and be more patient during this time. Let's look at how this will affect each sign. And once again, this is the cycle that will be going on from June the 26th through July the 11th of 2023. From June the 26th through July 2023, Mercury, the planet of communication, intellect, and travel, enters the nurturing and sensitive sign of Cancer. So what does that mean for Cancer natives? Well, as Mercury aligns with your zodiac sign, this energy will feel very comforting and life will become a bit easier for you, Cancer. Your exceptional memory and emotional intelligence will be enhanced, enabling you to absorb and process information on a much deeper level. You will also easily read between the lines or hear what people aren't saying in personal conversations. It's important during this time to trust your intuition and the tones you pick up on as they hold valuable insights into what's going on. Working with others in small groups or one-to-one will be especially favorable for you now. If you've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, a podcast, or writing, this is a great time to begin. Step confidently into the spotlight and share your knowledge and well-developed sense of humor, Cancer. The world wants to hear from you. For straightforward Aries, this could be somewhat challenging. With Mercury in Cancer, you may feel like people don't understand you, they're getting very emotional, and they're not really making any logical sense. So during this phase, it's important for you to slow down and pay attention to the emotional nuances of your interaction. It's not so much about what you say, it's how you say it and what you left unsaid. This is true in all relationships, from dealing with coworkers to your family. Take the time to understand how your words impact those around you. And by slowing down and being more mindful of what you're saying, and of course the tone, in communicating, this will become much easier for you to really find out what's going on and also become closer to the people that you're interacting with. It's somewhat uncomfortable for Aries, but you can navigate it. Taurus. As Mercury enters Cancer, Taurus, your focus shifts to matters close to your heart. You crave a more personal and heartfelt connection now. If you're working or studying in a field that doesn't really resonate with your energy, this could be the time you look for another pursuit. Use this period to explore personal interests and engage in meaningful conversations that will foster deeper connections with others. You really don't want to have lighthearted banter right now. Your heart is very open and you're very caring about the people around you, but you'd rather connect on a much deeper level. So themes surrounding women and mothers are also very strong during this time. So reach out and connect with important women in your life or people from your past. Overall, this will be an easier time for Cancer natives. Gemini, Mercury's transit through Cancer can present an opportunity for Gemini natives to explore the emotions behind some of your friendships and the reason why relationships are floundering. So this is a great time to have difficult conversations with loved ones. You'll be more empathetic and your message will be better understood. Spend time with important women in your life and create stronger bonds. And also, don't hesitate to connect with people from your past. This is a great time to clear the air if there was a misunderstanding, because you are very eloquent as well as empathetic during this time, Gemini. Leo, during Mercury's stay in Cancer, Leo, you are encouraged to shift your focus from personal achievements and all that work to the emotional well-being of yourself and your loved ones. Make sure you're spending time taking care of your personal needs now. Leo has been very focused on work and other big projects. Self-care has kind of fallen by the wayside. This is also a time to reach out to friends and family that could be struggling. If you know someone who is struggling right now, why not reach out and offer a helping hand or just be there to listen? Pay attention to the emotional needs of those around you, Leo, and uplift them. The alignment offers an opportunity to deepen your connection and foster stronger relationships. Leo doesn't really have an issue with this energy, but you're going to become a lot more thoughtful and empathetic with those around you. So Leo impasse, this energy is going to be very astounding to you, as you can read people's minds almost. So this is going to be an interesting time for you. Virgo, as Mercury enters Cancer, Virgo, you may find yourself in conversations that make you feel somewhat uncomfortable because they're of a very personal nature. It's probably relating back to your childhood or significant events in your childhood. They're going to keep coming up and coming up because they need to be addressed and healed. So use this period to explore your emotions and express yourself fully. By embracing this vulnerable time in your life, you can move forward dramatically in healing old trauma and childhood pain. This may be uncomfortable, but the results will improve your quality of life immensely. Talk to a trusted friend or ally, a mentor, or why not consider therapy? This is time to finally address some of those incidents from your childhood. And it's very likely those incidents are affecting you a lot more than you realize, Virgo. Don't run from this, even though it's going to be uncomfortable. Allow room for deep healing to take place during this cycle. Libra, Mercury's journey through Cancer invites you to focus on the emotional dynamics within your relationships. During this period, it's important to listen to the unspoken words and understand the underlying emotions between your actions and those of people that are close to you. And this is specifically true with romantic relationships for Libra. If you're in a relationship where you're not being encouraged or nurtured or cared for, it's going to become very apparent during the cycle, and it's probably going to push you to make some changes. It will be a much easier time for you to see also hidden meanings behind people's words, and easier for you to see the unhealthy relationships where people may be saying one thing and doing something else. This is not going to be particularly easy for you, Libra, but it is needed. You may end up facing some very difficult truths during this time, especially in relationships when people are not who or what they claim to be. In the long run, this will help you move forward and end unhealthy relationships. Seek out conversations and information that touch your heart during this time, Libra, and listen to your intuition. Don't settle for bad relationships with emotionally unavailable people any longer. You deserve so much more. Scorpio natives, as Mercury aligns with Cancer, you feel a natural affinity for this energy. Your ability to delve into the depths of emotions will be amplified, allowing you to pick up subtle clues and unspoken messages. Use this period to explore the emotional undercurrents in your interactions, both with loved ones and in your professional life. I think your intuition is going to be off the charts, and this might be a good time for you to do some small investing as well, as your abilities are off the chart right now. So this is a great time for you to move forward at work, with your relationships, and in general, Scorpio. This is when things start really gelling for Scorpio natives. You've been through a lot and you've processed a lot, and now we're starting to see some of the rewards. This makes this a wonderful time to get to the bottom of any misunderstandings or family drama and move past small trivial things that normally would have upset you. Now, even though this is a time of heightened emotions, you're in your element and you're able to see the bigger picture. so it's a good time for Scorpio. Sagittarius, Mercury's transit through Cancer invites you to balance your natural intellectual drive with a deeper understanding of emotional dynamics. And because of that, it can feel somewhat uncomfortable. So rather than using logic to deal with situations, especially with family members, you're asked to speak from your heart in conversations and use a more open and emotional approach to problems. Family issues will probably be highlighted where there are emotional misunderstandings. This is especially true with women from your past, maternal figures, caregivers, nurturers from your childhood as well. So reach out and reconnect with these people and talk things through. Especially Sagittarius women may find a more emotional approach to their business or career dealings during this time that could lead to lots of forward motion and growth. Deep healing could take place if you're able to master this shift. And remember, it won't last forever. It'll be over before we know it. On June the 26th, 2023, Mercury will move into Cancer, where it will stay until June the 11th of 2023. Why is this important for Capricorn natives? Because this can be a particularly trying time for you, Capricorn. You're very practical, you're very goal-oriented, and Mercury's journey through Cancer encourages us to form a deeper connection with our emotions and our personal relationships. So you may be feeling this energy as rather overwhelming, as emotions from the past resurface, and you're just generally more emotional than normal. Handle this by taking time to integrate your emotions into your everyday life. This is a great time to reconnect with old friends, especially women that are important to you, and find balance between your home life and your work life. And if you don't, you're going to run into lots of challenges that will push you into making decisions based on those themes. In other words, if you continue to put in long hours and ignore your own needs, you're going to find yourself falling sick or getting behind or having little accidents like losing your passwords, losing your favorite coffee cup, things like that. Nothing really dramatic, but it's going to be uncomfortable. So it would be really wise if you could start out this period by practicing self-care and slowing down a little bit at work. Aquarius, as Mercury enters Cancer, you may find yourself shifting your ideas and ideals around intellectual pursuits. You love logic, you love science, you love to learn, and you're very innovative in your thinking. But you generally do this in a very analytical way. And this energy is moving you to release this logical type of approach and approach things from a more emotional and spiritual viewpoint. And you will be looking at how things affect the world on a more emotional level and what your part may be in this process. It will encourage you to be more present as you examine your relationships as well. Embracing the emotional nuances of conversations can enhance your connection with others and lead to deeper, longer-lasting relationships as well. Engage in heartfelt discussions and be open to understanding different perceptions. And you normally don't have a problem with this. You're pretty open to hearing everyone's opinion without being judgmental. But now, I think even more so, you're going to see how things affect people emotionally and understand this process on a deeper level. The one thing is to be sure and shut down your sarcasm right now, because it will be taken the wrong way. And even though you are quite witty, people will misconstrue this and their feelings will get hurt. So instead of being sarcastic, try and be more empathetic with those around you. Pisces, Mercury's transit through Cancer aligns very harmoniously with your intuitive and empathetic nature. So this energy is going to feel very nurturing, and you're going to be right at home during the cycle. You'll find your psychic abilities are boosted as well, and you will also be able to grasp complicated information and data and make sense of it quickly. Use this time to put plans in motion for the future and have deep conversations with allies, mentors, and trusted teachers. This is a time when you get really clear on what you want to do over the next 3 months. This will be a very powerful time for Pisces moving forward. For all of us, use this period to express yourself authentically, connect with others on a deeper level, and work towards more meaningful interactions in general. Thank you so much for tuning in for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, let me know in the comment section below, and also let me know your sign. Stay tuned for the next video. Reiki blessings!